What up, YouTube? It's your boy Nasdaq Soldier, back with another live trading video. Dang. Can't get it. Man, we're gonna take it just because it's coming from the area. And this how it happens. Just like that.
See, lately been talking my shit.
Gave us a setup for sellers. The furthest it could come. Really right up in here. For sales to continue. We'll take the close. We'll take this one. 1-to-1 in. 60 ticks was the 1-to-1. Just hopefully it could do right for us on the first day back, but I should have got the 1-to-1 right there. Should have took the 1-to-1. Dang, I should have got the 1-to-1. Take time. We know that was our furthest area it came to and gave us a setup off that furthest area. And the furthest it could come is right up here. I'm thinking about sizing down to one contract to give me another chance. I ain't even gonna lie. But we're gonna take it. It's our setup. We gotta take it. The furthest place it had to beat is right here. It gotta come back and test this right here. Which we know that. And buyer's still holding it up. Essentially. I feel like seller's supposed to step in already. Yep. It's holding it up a little bit. 10 seconds left. Let's look at it. We'll take it and we're gonna hold it for as long as we can. 120 will be a 1-to-2. It'll be 60. So that'll bring us to only a $40 loss. So we'll wait for a 1-to-2. If we can get 120 or a little bit more. Okay. Getting a good sale. 120. We've seen 118. Come on, give us 120. 129. We'll take that. Cool. We would have held it to the demand, but that's a 1-to-2, how we asked for. Coming from like this 30-minute supply, basically resistance. It ain't reaching all the way, but it's essentially a setup right now. It's coming from, a resistance area. We'll go to the 1 minute. And the furthest it could come is right here. We'll take it. We'll take it. It came from our area, tapped in, and we're expecting sellers to take it right back down, right out of that area. Yeah, this a loss. I would love for it to play in my favor, but the way it's looking, we'll have to size down and see if we can get another entry off $30. It was a good rejection from the area. Don't go back up. You bastards. We chilling though. Can't really have no emotion. Right back to 100. So now we got to size down again, and we're gonna hold it. We're gonna size down again. We got one more trade. And we're gonna hold it for as long as we can. We'll get in it just because of the volume. We got in because of the volume coming out of the area. Let's see if we can get some good selling now. And got some good potential to the downside for sure. You know, at least come down here maybe. We up 73. We up a 1 to 2. We up a 1 to 1 so far. So 1875 will be a 1 to 2. I mean, 120 ticks is a 1 to 2 though. $124, $125, $128, $140, $145. Okay, we'll take $147, $149. So we basically essentially held it to the demand. I was thinking about targeting down here, but dang, so it was the same thing. We get in that first trade, it come take us out to continue. We get into that first trade for it to take us out, for it to continue. So I think I'm just entering prematurely. So I have to see over time, or go back and look at my trades with me getting in. I think I do that. I think I know that. But I'll be feeling like I'm missing out on a move if I don't take it. Because it ain't necessarily got to pull back up. You know, it could just keep selling at this point. And same thing over here. It ain't technically got to stop right there. Oh, over here, it had an area. This area right here for it to beat. And I got in at the bottom of that. So buyer still stepped back in out of this 1 minute demand and took it back up. Okay. Then after it tapped that 1 minute demand and it tapped everything, the next one was this one. So see, well, this one, you know, it reacted off this one. I feel like, you know, it's gonna go to the furthest one because it reacted off this one too. But it went down to this furthest one right here. But in this situation, though, it ain't have nothing. It ain't have no 1 minute demands. So I feel like this trade wasn't bad. And it's coming out of the area. It ain't necessarily had to come back up. It ain't got nothing that really was holding it up. But, yep. But we got that move. So, yeah, we done for the day now. If I was going to keep trading, I should have just held that trade and try to break even for the day. I should have just held it down here or whatever would have broke me even. But look like we chose right. You know, we got out at this candle, almost at the demand. And you see it's consolidating. Look like it's trying to push back up. So we did good right there. But let's see. We had this set up, 5 minute setup. And it was a type of resistance right there. And we got this set up. And it had to beat this white candle, couldn't beat it, shot down. We got in right here. We was able to get a 1 to 1 out of it, but with price being on this strong uptrend, it came back up, stopped us out. The black candle going below this white candle. Go to the 1 minute. The furthest area it can go was right here. And bow. We got that set up. Came back to this furthest area. And it sold down. And we took that, you know, first entry. And came back up stopped us out. But it came back to this area, gave us another entry opportunity, and we was able to get in right here. We was able to scalp that down to a 1 to 2. The black pushed below the white, so that's indications of a reversal or a continuation. And furthest level we can go was this last white candle. That's how we do it. And see, price came out of here, it came back up in this area and sold down, gave us an entry confirmation, you know, for sellers to come in. But unfortunately, you know, buyers held it up right here, held it up, and bam, came back, stopped us out, you know. But then, same area, came back, gave us another entry opportunity right here, got in, bam, and was able to get that to a 1 to 2. And yep, with it being on this uptrend, I'm glad we did do what we were supposed to do and took our 1 to 2, because we're going against the trend. And price is really doing what it is doing its due, you know. It's doing its due on this uptrend. Wow, it's really doing it. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I feel like I'm better at taking sales. So it looked like I just wait for sale opportunities. I'm better at taking sales, but it wasn't really no buying opportunities in this. Like, we never got a real buy opportunity, you know. Even off of this one, it didn't pull back how we wanted it to right here. And even right here in this situation, we still don't have a buy opportunity, but we had sell opportunities. We had sell setups. We never had buy setups. So yeah, man, that concludes the day right there. I still need to get better at my 1 to 1, 1 to 2 situations, because the initial reversal on the first entry, that's a 1 to 1, but then the second entry, that's a 1 to 2, because it's a continuation. Same thing right here. The first entry, it's a 1 to 1 because it's the reversal, but then that second entry is the continuation. It was a 1 to 2, and we got it. And that's the same thing right here. On the initial reversal, we should have went for that 1 to 1, and then look for a re-entry for a 1 to 2. So we'll see how we can get better with that. But it was a partial loss today. Can't be mad at it. And so NASDAQ soldier, I'm out.